Sometimes I wonder, like, what's my most favorite part about this hobby? And um, a lot of times I think, hey, it's the babies. I know that we get a thrill out of shopping for them and the accessories. I think that for me, it's all parts of it. I enjoy, for me, I enjoy making, painting them. I enjoy holding them. I enjoy taking pictures of them. And I enjoy like buying them, and I enjoy just walking in the room and just looking at them, posed as if they were a real child. And so that's why I understand, like, I used to be like, why would somebody spend this much money on a baby, on these babies, just to like put them in a shelf, or just to let them sit somewhere? And I'm just like, and now it's like, because life been so busy for me, and I don't get the time like I used to really like dress them as frequently and stuff. Now it's like I get it. It's like, because for me, sometimes that's all I can do is watch them, you know um walk in a room and see them, posed in the swing, or on the changing table, or in the cribs and stuff like that. I don't get to um I don't get to like pick them up and dress them. Like, she needs to be, I want to change her out of this, but I haven't had the time to really sit down and say, okay, Zozo, what we gonna put on? Because I have to figure out which outfit I want to put her on, and I haven't had the time to do that yet. So it's like she's just been in this outfit, but um I enjoy when I walk into my nursery and I see the babies laid out. And right now, the way I got them all positioned is really nice, because the ones that I love the most is visible, very visible to me when I walk in, and I love that. I really, really love that. Um, Even the babies that I have not painted, like, I like having them in a place where I could just look at them and admire the work that the artist put in to them. Um, it's a lot of talented artists out here. It's every A lot of them have their own unique styles. I tend to not buy from the people that tend to try to mimic other people's styles, or you know their work is not creative. It's very cookie cutter type. um that's not who I tend to collect from. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a few artists that I know that paints like every single kit the same way, same skin tone, same shading in the same spots, like exactly. Like, I can always tell their work, but it's very neat, very crisp. There's something about it that I actually like. I would probably, like, if it was the right kit, the right, combo for that kit, I would still probably buy it if I really liked it. So, everybody have their thing. And I feel like, as an artist, if that's what's working for you, then you keep doing that, because, you know, why change it if it's working for you? Regardless of what, someone says, or feel like, oh, she only does one way. Yeah, if that's her way, then, and it's working for her, then I get it. Doesn't mean that I might not necessarily buy from them, but there's a lot of collectors that would, you know what I mean? So, and then there's some artists that do certain skills or techniques that's just like, oh man, I just love the way she does this or that, or the way she does the hair, or the way she does the nails, or the way she does this, the feet, or her skin tones, or whatever. It's just, or dry skin effect, or whatever it is that they do, that draws you in. Even with the sculpting, some sculptors is like, okay, I really love the way she sculpts her baby's legs, or her baby feet, or her baby mouth or ears or whatever. That's that's the way this hobby works. It's like different artists draw you in to different things. But man, it's so many things that I said that I would never do or wouldn't think I would like that that has changed. This is this little girl feet, just FYI. Look at her. Oh my gosh, I just love her so much. I be loving looking at her little feet, and I love the way her little armatures move. I'm sorry, I say that every single video, don't I? Because I feel guilty when I keep moving her little legs back and forth, because I'm like, I don't usually like to keep playing with my baby's armatures, like the bending back, forth, this and I usually only time I use the maneuver the armatures is just to pose them for a picture or pose them for display, and then I leave them like that, like the constant back and forth. I don't usually do that with my babies. But yeah, but I am someone that really enjoy picking up my babies. Like, honestly, I'm not supposed to be doing a video with her. I was supposed to be doing a video with purpose, but when I saw her laying there, I was like, oh, I gotta pick her up. And yeah, even though sometimes the only time I get to do this is when I'm making a video, but the truth of it is, something that you guys may not know is that sometime before I start a video, I might sit here for a few minutes and do just this, just because it's just calming and relaxing. But also when I turn off the camera, I don't feel like moving or anything, and I'll rock right here. And there's been times where I'll turn the camera off and I'll be rocking like this for a while with a baby in my arm, and I'll fall asleep. It used to be a time when I would get up like really, really early in the morning, and like if I couldn't sleep, and I'll do a changing video with a baby, or change in my lap, and I'll talk to you guys doing the video, and I'll rock them. But when I first start out with the video, you can hear my voice be louder, and as I get, naturally you'll start to hear my voice kind of mellow out and get lower and lower. And it's not on purpose, it's not something that's planned, it's just something that I notice. And then I'll start to yawn, and sorry, that was not that was not on cue. This just happened to coincidence to come in right at the time. But I'll start to yawn, and that's why, like, a lot of people that don't know anything about this hobby, they have so many things to say, negative things, and we're creeps and creepy and this and that. And then even people that I know that was like, yeah, I don't want no doll, I don't want this, da, da, da. And I tell the story 1,001 times. I'm not gonna go over the whole story again, but I had a friend that had lost a baby, and it was her final draw, which means she's never gonna be able to have kids. And I was so reluctant about introducing her to the doll. And of course, the first reaction is responses. I don't want no doll. Like, I want a real child, so to speak. But after a while, I took a chance, and I said, she's either gonna hate me or she's going to be happy. And it went so well till I actually left one of my babies with her for a couple weeks, actually maybe over a month. I couldn't leave out the house with the babies because she got so attached to. And she laughed at first when she opened the door and she saw them, and then she was like, oh gosh, not you with these things. And then she once she picked one of the dolls up, that was it. And it was a very emotional moment. And she was not able to, prior to that, she wasn't able to go to like baby showers or birthday parties and stuff. And she's amazing with kids, and normally stand in the gap for a lot of single moms and stuff like that. But after the loss, she couldn't bear that. But her mom actually called me and thanked me and told me that she was able to attend her niece's birthday party for the first time, and how much her interacting with the dolls kind of got her through that that stage and being able to hold the doll or something like that. I don't know. And I can't speak on something that I haven't personally experienced, but it was helpful for her. So anyway, that's enough on that story. But everybody have their things, and even without a loss, and I know I don't like to associate these dolls with loss and stuff like that a lot of times, because people think everybody collects for that reason. A lot of us, it's just a hobby, and it's nothing wrong with the other way, but I think it's amazing that it does, you know, give comfort to people. And I think the humans that's commenting on these videos is saying, oh, you're crazy, this and if you think somebody's crazy or maybe suicidal or something like that, like, why would you push them further over the edge? Like, what type of person are you? Like, why would you go even further to try to humiliate them and not say anything comforting, or just keep your mouth closed? Like, it's just so weird to me. But a lot of us just love dolls all our lives, and some of us didn't even know we liked dolls or anything, but was just fascinated with the fact they look so real and you can dress them up and all that and stuff, and just got caught up. For me, I've always been a doll collector, and I've always loved dolls. A lot of people assume also that, like, oh, you love dolls so much, you love babies. No, I don't want to keep your kids. Keep your kids home. I don't really, I say this, and it'd be so funny. Gabby would be like, Mommy. I'd be like, I don't even like kids. But I like them to care about them. I'll buy them gifts and stuff, but I don't want to babysit kids like that. Even my grandbabies, it's like, okay, come on, babies. Give them a love, hug, stay for a little bit. Okay, time to go home. Okay, you know? So just to assume just because I collect dolls that I'm just going to be like some baby crazed person. Or if I meet a guy and if it get to the point where they do find out what I collect, they instantly think, oh, you want a baby? I can give you one of those. Or something like, you know, to that effect. Or it's like, oh, like, I must be want a baby. No, keep your babies. Keep your babies. I don't want no more babies. I have, for anyone that's new to this channel, I actually have 5 children. And I have 2 grandkids and 1 on the way. Actually, you know, total would be 3 and 1 on the way. So yeah, that's not the case, but I say that very lightly because I don't want to offend the people that it might be the case. It doesn't matter. Like, does it really matter? Like, do people question or analyze people that collect trains and planes and dogs and cars and, you know, anyway, not dogs. Dogs don't count. They're like really human. Anyway, we always go down that rabbit hole of talking about that subject, but it is what it is. But I do, you know, enjoy interacting with my dolls, and I do say little stuff to them, like I'll be like, oh, Zoe poo, or my little poo poo, and all that and stuff, even when the camera's not rolling. Like, I genuinely love these dolls. And like, that's the thing, the cool thing about, you know, being an artist. Like, I kind of get when my customers are like, oh my gosh, I really want this baby. Sometimes I really want you to have the baby. Like, certain people, like, I know like their taste now, and so certain babies, I know which ones they would really, really love. And I get so excited when that end up being the one that gets one of the dolls or something like that. But, you know, they're expensive and they're not cheap, and they're not something that we need. They are luxury items. So, you know, sometimes we miss out on one and it feels like, dang, I really, really wanted that one. And you may not see one like it again. But because the truth is, these dolls are really pretty much like one of a kinds for the most part. Like, even though the sculpt itself may not be one of a kind, but each pour, each painting, everything varies because everything is handmade. Like, and that's another cool part about it, and I don't think we recognize that enough. Every single process of our dolls, specifically like silicone. But even with the vinyl, it's still for the most part handmade, even though it goes through a machine and get manufactured and then bulk produced, mass produced. They still started out as a ball of clay from one individual, and then they go to these artists and then they paint them, and sometimes that artist may not root, so then they go to another individual that and put this hair in. It's just amazing when you really think about it. And then but silicone, you got to think about it. Now silicone is like 100% all handmade for the most part. Well, not for the most part, they are done by clay, then they're poured, and then, you know, well, the mold is made, and then they're poured, and then they're painted, and then they're rooted. And so every single thing is done by somebody's hands. That is crazy. So when I get a baby that, or sculpt, that may have a fingerprint, like I've gotten sculpts by certain sculptors, and I've seen like literally their fingerprint in where they've didn't catch and smooth out the clay, and it literally have their fingerprint in it or something, or a dent or something like that. I don't find that as a flaw. It's just, it makes it even more special because I know this is like handmade. Look at this artist's work, like this sculptor work. And then with the artist, like there are times like, is it Zozo? Yeah, Zozo. Zozo has it, and somebody else has it. I think Emmy has it. There's a little, like, she's got like little reds, 2 red little marks on her wrist, and it is not gonna come off. And it happened on accident, but it looks like a little scratch. Like it's like very little, but it looks like a little scratch, and it looks natural. But I didn't do that intentionally. So little marks sometimes will happen on them, and it works out where it looks more like, you know, a blemish, or where they scratch themselves or something like that. And I just think that makes it unique. Certain marks and certain things, like even when this baby was leaning her head back, I realized that she has some markings like around her neck and stuff like that, which that was intentional, but her modeling and stuff like that or whatever. But it's like you just start to discover like all types of little things. And she is full body, just so for those that don't know. I love partial babies too, but her little belly button is so cute. Like I just think these dolls are just amazing. And then even if we try to paint them the exact same, even the same artists try to paint their work over again, it's not going to be exact, because there's no way possible that you can get it exact. Sometimes you can get it really, really close. But just because the pour may be different, like this baby pour and the boy pour is different. So even if I follow the exact same steps and try to put it in the exact same place, it's not going to come out the same. Also, mixing the colors. I don't use pre-mixed colors, even with my silicone. So, or some people, like, they pre-mix their own colors and they put them in a jar so that they can have it for, you know, each round or different babies, and reuse it. Even with silicone, they do it. And I don't do that, so I don't never know like what colors I use first, where, and that's another thing, like it's what you apply first, what layers, which order, which sponge did you use, which brush did you use, what you did to do each part plays a difference, a part in the outcome. So yeah, it's just so amazing to me. But anyway, this probably was the most boring long video, but I enjoyed sitting here talking to you guys. I am going to get going. I love this baby so much. Like, I really do. I wonder how I'm going to feel when I paint that boy. But right now, I think I need to do a video. And I'll show you guys the babies that really, 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 really tugs at my heart. Because, you know, I think sometimes it changes, and it's whoever like your interacting with the most at the time. But I think there are some dolls that we see, we pick up, and we just fall for. And I think there's some that we're like, oh my gosh, she's so cute, I love this baby, I'll never want to let it go. But there's the ones that you're just like, oh my goodness, I could just hold this baby forever. You know what I mean? Yeah. I only have a few in here, believe it or not. Out of 20, I only have very few. And sometimes it changes. Sometimes babies, over time, the excitement and stuff wears off. So Zozo is fairly new still. So I always be like, oh, maybe she'll get old. I don't know. But anyway, we will talk to you guys later. I should change her little diaper, but this diaper is so cute on her. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, let's go.